Hello, y'all, and we're back. Well, everyone else is back. I am going to lay down because I started to have a visual migraine appear as we were playing. So everybody else, I will be listening in and sitting down, and when I feel better, I will jump in. But yeah, y'all take it away once again, friends. So
Yeah. Uh okay, yeah. So we ended with the reveal of this stone that you've had for a while. Um it seems that magic allows the stone to unlock, and there is a piece of paper within it. He takes it uh and looks at it himself. Um and looks to you, Bella, with a smile. Obviously, he is addressing everybody with what you're talking about because everybody is there. But this is very much coming from you.
Yeah. Can she take the piece of paper?
If you
Or
put
is
your
it?
hand out for it, I mean, he's currently
Yeah.
holding it to look
Yeah.
at it, but not words. Oh,
Still nothing though.
oh, okay. We back? Okay. Just reading the transcript. Nice. Sorry for that, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear us now.
It's back.
yeah, when I went to put y'all on my speaker, somehow that fucked up OBS
Okay.
there for a second. But now y'all should be fine now.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Listen.
From the top, everyone, with
Yeah.
this time.
Technical issues, they happen. Some of you may have seen the screen captures. Basically, he passed over the bit of paper when she held her hand out, and it says Fenheral Enansal in it.
Yeah. She will look at it, and there's a slight furrow of her brow as she looks at him and says, "What does Enansal mean?"
Loosely speaking, it is the Dreadwolf's blessing.
See, I'm a little confused, right? The Dreadwolf is usually not seen in a very positive light. Am I incorrect?
Yes.
Right. Yet, you wished the Dreadwood to guide me. And then now this is giving Dreadwood blessing. Obviously, I'm not assuming it was directly for me, as this is very old. It was found in a very old place. But it has still not answered the question of what this is or does. Obviously, it's connected to the Dreadwolf, Penharel.
Mm.
And so are you?
Ooh, roll persuasion on that one.
That was like with
I
a
was gonna
question
answer,
mark
and then
at
I
the
was
end.
like, "Oi."
That was like with a question mark at the end. So are
Uh-huh.
you a question?
Uh-huh.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Can I use one? Okay.
What?
I want to use an auto success that I just got. So auto success that was 6 top points, baby.
Okay.
I switched it over to my auto success. Tell me your secrets, magic boy.
He looks at the gathering of people around him. Only briefly glancing at Ophelia because he doesn't want to make her any more anxious than she clearly is.
Just like in shock right now. Like, how do you have that? How do you know about how?
You know what?
What is
He'll-
happening?
He's gonna like do the casual glance at you, assuming that you would still be just doing like the "I'm absolutely mortified" face, the mortified mortality. That feels like a bad name. But we'll note the change in expression on you before he even gives his answer, and just raise an eyebrow at you.
How do you know all of this?
Know all of what?
About the Eluvians and the object. How did you get that object? That no one is supposed to know what these things are.
This feels a little like an uneven standoff right now. First of all, how do you know about Eluvians?
My library and my
like the
research,
three-way Spider-Man
my
meme right now.
entire life has been spent studying these kinds of ancient magics.
Specifically this type?
Not just specifically the
Just ancient
Eluvians, you call
magics
the
and-
mirrors, you call
yes.
them. Just ancient magics in general, forgotten magics that we could use in the necropolis. How do you know of them? No one is supposed to know of them.
Well, I know you're going to answer this later, but I do have a little bit of like, you may have been raised to have the privilege to study all your life from books that,
He snorts a laugh when you say that, by the way. Oh, the elf just gave the human a burn. Sorry, carry on.
And we are most assuredly not given that opportunity unless it's very rare. But I will be honest, I may not know what this is, but I feel a little bit defensive about someone of his stature and heritage. Clearly knows more about their own culture. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Hi, Raiders.
Being a little defensive here. My
It's fine. We all clearly have a moment where we're.
Yeah.
And he'll indicate to you, Arlen, and just be like, I am aware that
the humans try to wipe. No,
I don't know if you have a hat in this race, just to carry on with the hat analogies.
I'm sorry.
This is all very curious.
It's a lot of emotions in general that they had.
I'm assuming you. What do you know right now about Eluvians? And he's going to look at you, Bella, first of all, because it sounds like Ophelia knows a decent amount for a human.
What can I roll, or do you? Because I know it's not a lot, but I just want to know if she knew there was like mirrors involved.
Yeah. What I will allow is I'm not gonna. I can't imagine you know more.
Expert knowledge.
No, and I don't imagine you're gonna know more than what you as a party have learned.
Yeah.
But what you as a party learned was that you managed to get to a section in an ancient elven ruin where these elves had gone, the cult had gone, to do their ritual. And when you got there, there was a mirror that had been activated with magic.
Yeah.
And when you killed them, you obtained this object, which seemed to be connected to them. And Faywin seemed to understand that they were connected and told you that they were called Eluvians. And that is about the extent that you know. Even that is a lot, and it's more than most people will know. But that is where your personal experience has come from with these things.
So I didn't know a lot about this before. We found this on someone that we may or may not have killed because they were a cult of elves that were sacrificing other elves to summon an elder god that was forgotten. But this was it was connected to a mirror that they transported through. I'm not exactly sure.
Yes.
It was found in some very old ruins where we fought one of the forgotten gods in there. Or supposed to be one of the forgotten ones. What's their name again? I'm sorry. Galderon, supposedly supposed to be. Don't know if it was successful in summoning that, but we did kill some giant dragon god thing.
I imagine it would have been an aspect. The gods are not so easy to kill.
Yes. Trust me, that was not easy, trust me.
It wouldn't have been an actual god. Technically,
just a little avatar of them, I would assume. Listen, I'm very proud of myself, and I am very confident who I am as a person. I don't expect that I have the power to kill gods. I am very realistic with that.
Very few do.
But this
is not as old as you think it is.
Okay.
That isn't. The Eluvians are.
But the key itself isn't.
It's technically not a key. Well, I mean, it is. You seem interested in the injustices that are often done to our kind. And to your friends, your company's credit, they all seem to be as invested in that, I'm assuming. And he kind of looks over at Ophelia because
as far as out on her,
he's been able to tell you knew. Yeah.
So far she has shared some interest, but the other two for sure, the non-elven ones, I will lay down my life for that. The jury's still out on her though. Points to Ophelia. She's still a little sus sometimes, but you know, so far it's coming along.
There is opportunity for you to continue helping our kind.
How so? You expertly did not answer my question.
What is your question?
Your connection to the dread. What is it?
Myself and some others like me are invested in the truth of a situation and not that which we are fed to be true. And the one of whom you speak is not exactly what they have always been presented as. Scapegoat. And when you pursue the truth, you often learn that things are not always as we believed them to be. There was a time when our people used to pay their respects to Fen Harel. It fell out of favor when our kind lost their way, and through no fault of our own, lost our hold on our culture and our language and our faith and our history. They tried to take it from us. And because of that, we have always only ever had partial truths, scraps that we've been able to find and slowly accumulate over time. I know that many of the Dalish clans, not all, but many, try to seek these things out to slowly start building what was. But it is still only scraps of cloth stitched together as best they can. But it is not the picture that it once was.
Right. I understand all this.
Mm.
So, is your connection to the judges just that you are dedicated to them? What is how are they connected to the group of elves who also wish to help our kind?
These are things that I am not at liberty to disclose. Certainly not right now, and with all of you. No offense to everyone.
That is fair.
Needless to say,
Yes.
they had always been an entity that sought a truthful look at things, no matter how harsh that truth may be.
So, this key of sorts, she'll motion with the rock. How do we use it, if we can? It will certainly make getting around easier.
It is normally only used by those privileged to have come across it.
She'll just shake the rock.
Yes. You stumbled on that when you were not meant to, and the people who had it before you were not meant to have it. It was stolen.
From where?
From those who would use it for their own ends. I am aware of a group of elves, a network based in Orlais, that I believe you've at least danced close to, interacted with, though you didn't know it, who are helping those of our kind, top to bottom, from all walks of life. And they use that to ease their mobility, for ease of work, for passing things on, for spying. I am not a member of said organization, to be clear, but I am aware of them. And that is theirs, a passcode. Speak it, and most, not all, but most will activate.
The portals or the key?
It isn't really a key. It's a password.
Password for the mirrors.
Yes. Again, not all of them. A lot are broken, lost, no longer in use, corrupted.
So we would have to find a mirror, an Eluvian.
That is part of that, a network that is still connected.
That's still connected. Right. I mean, we know of one, but farther away. It's not like we could take it with us.
You can't move them very easily, no.
So
some connect one to the other directly. Others may bring you to a place between. Similar to the Fate, but different.
All right. And so right now this is more so useless without a mirror.
Yes.
You wouldn't
He's only as useful as the door that it connects to.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to know where an Eluvian is.
I might.
What kind of quirk an eyebrow?
I've pointed you in the right direction. I use many things. I have been through one before, yes.
So you said you pointed us in the direction of one already?
I cannot walk the path for you.
No, I accept that. I'm not asking you to. I like walking my own paths. Alright. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of put the paper back in the rock and click it close.
You can't. It would require magic.
Yeah.
You're like,
she'll put it together. Yeah, she'll put it together and then give it back to him to close it.
He will actually pass it over to Ophelia. She'll be able to do it. And we'll give you a smile.
Ophelia will just be like intent on, and she's like muttering to herself. So they are used for transportation. So they can just like and she's like, Robert, take all these notes. I don't have my notebook. So Robert is visible right now, right? Like he can see Robert.
Yes, if you made him visible, then yes, he can see Robert.
We're
in the private room.
A private room.
Private room, yeah. So he would be able, he saw Robert before.
Yes, again, if you had him visible, then yes, he would have.
Okay. So she's just muttering and is it intuitive for her? Like she can sense, oh, this is an open and close spell, therefore I should activate it as a closing spell, and it'll just
it's
lock
like,
back together.
It's like turning, if you used magic to turn on a magnet, basically. It just almost magnetically connects to itself.
Just like shing.
Yeah.
All right.
There we are.
Do you want me to make a roll for that, or you want to just...
No, I think it's simple enough basic magic that required not a terrible amount of skill. You're basically channeling your magic into it to basically turn it on or off again.
All right. So she'll put it back together and be like, oh, this is fascinating. And she's just
You're like,
muttering to herself. And then she'll like turn to Celia and be like, I have so many questions.
Happy
Just
to
like
answer
Come at
them.
the price.
talking a million miles an hour. What's it like to go through one? What does the other side look like? Can I make a drawing from your description?
You may be able to see it yourself if you find something to move through. What I see and what you see will be very different.
Well, I would still like to take your account into consideration. I would like to make all these notes, and I would like to know all the things that you know about all of this.
Certainly, maybe over a drink sometime.
Yes, you must come to the mansion, and then we'll talk, and then I will make actual proper notes, and then I will ask you all of the proper questions. And Robert, you must make sure that I have all of the information that I need. And she's like, million miles an hour.
He just smirks, like aware that the request went over her head, and he's amused by it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
Sorry,
okay.
my girl got no game.
Bella will kind of lean into Celia. It's like, you're not going to get anything through her when she's focused on notes.
It's fine.
That's assuming he wants anything from Ophelia other than
He just offered.
Just offered a drink.
Yeah. Well,
She'll lean over to Ophelia for a second and say, Ophelia, I need you
Yes.
to look at me right now. I know you're very excited.
yes.
He just asked you out for drinks.
Wait, well, yes, of course. So we can talk about.
No. He just asked you out for drinks.
So we could talk about. What are you saying? You have to just say it to me. I don't understand what you're saying.
A date.
A date.
Yes.
He wants to get to know you better.
Well, yes. So whether we
Maybe.
Ah.
With
And it-
motives other than study.
Yes.
can, like, what kind of motives?
Do you know what the date is?
Yes, it's when you get together with your colleagues and you discuss
No,
work.
no. Okay, so
Oh,
a
you
date
sweet
is
summer
when two
child.
people who are interested in each other, possibly romantically or physically at least, or in any way, shape, or form between those two, go out,
Oh.
have a
Oh.
drink, or eat food, and talk.
Oh.
Sure, this can be conversation of said date.
Oh.
So
I
it
love
probably
that
should
red
he's
again
not
and
be
stops
behind
only
her
that.
as I'm
talking.
doing this.
Huh?
I love that he's like right behind her as I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
he's just sitting back, just highly amused by it,
Yeah.
all of this.
It doesn't always have to be official or anything else come from it, but it is an opportunity to quench your thirst.
With drinks.
Sure. With drinks with Salur, yes.
I see.
Yes. Please do not bring Robert along. Sorry, Robert. I really love you. I do.
I never go anywhere without Robert.
Okay, maybe keep Robert at a distance.
I don't mind Robert being there.
You could definitely bring Robert along then.
Who's I'm assuming the skull is Robert.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Or
yes.
Betty.
How rude of me. Salir, this is Robert, my companion. Robert, this is Salir.
He can't hear me, darling.
But he's a mage. Couldn't you do
Yes.
the thing?
Well, I could. It's normally only you I speak to.
Well, that's true.
Not
And
the big one. I mean, I could try.
the other acolytes, the necropolis. And you can speak to Arlen now.
I can
Yeah.
speak to Arden now, yes.
All I heard is speak to Arlen now, but that also, there was like a possession before that.
But Robert will float over an attempt to kind of open up some magical communication that is normally exclusively for mages, and introduces himself. That's fascinating. common for your kind, and I don't mean humans, I mean mortalitasi. It's an interesting practice.
Why, thank you.
Ophelia, don't end up like your uncle, though. Just in case.
Oh, you mean keeping women on the side and then telling Tevinter all of our secrets?
More like the telling strangers all your secrets. If you'd like to keep women on the side, that's up to you. I can't judge you. It's not like I haven't done that before.
Now I know how to behave.
I know you do. It's just your behavior is strange most of the time. In a very that's from the with all the love in my heart. It's just not a lot, but
Well,
anyway, this is useless without Eluvian. And possibly one of the locations we'll be going to may have one. Can't walk my path for me, she'll saying and everything to Sawyer. But if we can find one and secure its location, I'm sure maybe some people might want it back.
they're not easy. They're
yeah, no, go ahead.
You can't just travel around with one.
No. I'm not going to. No, I don't mean secure it doesn't take it and travel with it. I mean secure it doesn't know a location of it.
I look forward to potentially hearing about your endeavors.
I look forward to hearing about yours. You are still, by design, elusive.
By necessity.
I am aware. Oh, I understand. That not being aware.
Anyway, here, and he will pull out and hand over a set of blueprints. They're not blue. But a plan, a layout of the thing. Val, if you're listening, it's up to you if you want to put this up on screen, but I'm certainly going to pass the players over to the actual buildings map. Obviously, it doesn't look like this or this detailed, but you can at least see the layout. Make sure I'm putting you on the right one. So what you see is a large, not absolutely ginormous, but a large home, and various rooms. He's going to point you to a couple things. There are naturally, as with any home like this, passageways that are for staff. Let's call them that.
Sure.
They can be easy means of transportation, but the downside of that is you don't know how loyal the people that work there are and if they have a means of alerting the owner. So, something to consider. I will leave you with it to do with as you need. It is your copy.
Thank you. And I'm sure you'll get me the time and date for that other favor. Whatever.
Both favors. You let me know when you're ready to speak to the people that are in the Vondas household. There'll be a necessity to have a discreet meeting with them.
That's fair.
to at least establish how you want to approach that. And then, yes, like I say, 2 days' time. I will give you a location near the time once I know what the location is.
All right.
All right. Well, it was lovely to see you all again.
All right.
Even the awkward parts. Have a good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Celia.
Hmm.
I shall see you again soon.
Yes, if you wish.
I do.
Okay. Still to study at this mansion that you speak of?
Yes. Or out for drinks, as you suggested.
So the mansion's big enough where you two can be there and bring your own drinks. We won't bother you.
Oh yes.
How kind.
YOD, bring your own drink.
So Ophelia would give him or provide him with the information for the mansion if he wishes to stop on by.
He nods and smiles. You notice he doesn't look at it. That either means that he is playing
Already
it cool and will
knows.
look at it later, or he already knows where you guys are.
Yeah.
Probably.
But you don't know that for certain, so he will nod. Very well. I will pay a house call.
I can't wait.
I will do my very best to prepare answers for you.
Thank you. That is most appreciated.
He will give everyone a little bow with a flourish and then leave through the door. So, you guys have a layout, a floor plan, if you will, of an estate.
And he said that the discreet meeting with the elves of the Vanda's estate would be in 2 days' time.
No, you meeting your father is 2 days' time. You guys can organize meeting the elves once you're done dealing with this situation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe we can invite your father to come to the wrestling match.
Later that day.
Later
Yes.
that day.
Yeah. I imagine when she has her meeting with her dad, she can ask him if he wants to go and watch some wrestling.
Nice, nice.
Father-daughter bonding time.
Right.
Sure.
Over men in oil.
I personally
I'm
know
not
that
judging.
one, Dad. I should probably would not call him Dad.
Oh, we didn't remember to invite Salir.
Oh, we told him. No, I told him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oil wrestling.
That it was
not-
happening. I don't know if you necessarily invited, but you told him it was happening. He
I
said it
told
was-
him. I told him. It is happening. If you want to come watch and place bets.
Oh yeah, he said if
Yeah.
he was in the city, then he'll come and
Yeah.
watch. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it was in the city.
So now that we have the plan for that's Bruno's estate, correct?
Bruno's
Yeah.
estate.
Bruno's estate.
Yes.
How do we ruin this guy's life?
Well, if we can find the evidence that we need, and make sure we secure it out, I can present it to the person I'm meeting. And in exchange, to make sure that it gets to the right people. And I'm not talking about law enforcement that want to bring him down. And from then, I would suggest that once we secure that information, we can pay him a personal visit in his chambers.
And not the sexy kind, right?
No.
Good. All right, let's go ruin someone's life.
She will take the blueprints, put them in her bag securely, like under at the bottom of the bag, stuff on top, right in the middle actually. But we should make plans for this over drinks at the mansion.
So it's getting late at night, correct?
Yeah, it's already nighttime. Yeah,
It's nighttime. Yeah, you guys are in a place that is business hours are through the night and into the morning.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
you
if we're
can
gonna run into Uncle Rizzo as we go back there, in the dark alley
the
or something.
Rizzler. Yeah,
The Rizzler. Rizzles.
the Rizzles. He's got the Riz. Yeah.
Riz.
I know it may have been planned by Vondas, but he tried to Riz her. He was using all of the Riz.
Maximum Riz.
Maximum Riz. I just prefer to do it someplace where it's a little less crowded, I suppose.
Yeah. So you guys are able to collect yourselves and make the now growing familiar journey from the center of town to Uncle Riz's estate, where you have all of the rooms to spread out. You can go to his study or maybe just the dining table and just sort of clear a space to like lay this out. It seems that where you enter from can lead to some rooms where you would be take guests. There are some bedrooms to the northern part of the estate. One is noted as being the master bedroom, and kitchens, dinings, everything towards the south. And you can see passageways where the staff would go between the rooms that are where they're going to work to where they need to go and serve. And yeah. Main note, you're not sure. It's not noted plans for how to get in, but the good thing about getting this instead of just breaking straight into the household is you can actually see off of the master bedroom there is a vault. It's not obvious the mode of getting into it, but you know that it comes off of that room, so you're not going to miss it. In fact, you know exactly where it is.
Are we talking about this room over
no,
here?
that to the north is the study. Just to the south of it, there is a. So we've got master bedroom, the ensuite. Yeah, study to the north of it. The south. I'm aware that. Sorry, the map's not up. Oh, there we go. Val is there.
Yeah, you need to get the map for the
audience at home see it. We're nearly at wrap up time now anyway. So you can see that and the main passageway. The long thin passageway to the side here leads from kitchens and the store up to master bedroom, just for doing their various bits and pieces up there. But there is also a corridor down here that leads from the kitchens to the servant quarters at the back end here. And there are doors from that corridor into the dining room, which is where they'd be serving people the stuff from the kitchen. So it's possibly the easiest place to get mobile. But other than now having told you where those things are, it's up to you guys to figure that stuff out. But that's what you see.
I was hoping we could plan it like throughout the week, so we didn't spend like half an episode planning it, and we could actually do this and maybe more in an episode. But I have some ideas. She will buy drinks for like a couple bottles of like the good shit and some Antivan brandy, some cheese, bread, and meats to go, and it's gonna be an all-nighter trying to plan this heist.
Yeah, so you guys are able to pour over this. I'm assuming the intent is to do this the following evening?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I wasn't here for a good 40 minutes, so yes.
Yeah.
We'll fill you in.
Your
Yeah.
enthusiasm is noted.
Yeah.
We have
Celia
the
asked
blueprints,
Ophelia
yeah.
on a date, sort of, and
Yeah.
she flew over
She
her
didn't
head,
pick up on it, yeah.
Had to explain it to her in front of him,
Gotcha.
Usual.
Reminds me of my teenage years.
Nice.
Mhm. Okay.
All right.
Well, we're 15 minutes early, but it feels like a good place to end if you guys are preferring to do some planning off screen rather than on screen.
I don't mind. I think it's a good close off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well then, okay, everyone. Well, thank you for coming and showing up. Oh, I muted on my stuff. Thank you for coming and showing up. Sorry I had to sit out the second half. The allergens are really bad here to the point they're causing migraines. Like that is what's essentially happening. Because if it was just me, I would be like concerned. But it's like also Nick, and I was like, okay, like we can't both be having strokes here. So let's
Nope.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. As far as what's going on in the channel, other than this place, like this is all we're doing for the rest of the summer on this channel. I've got other things going on other channels. We are going back on Sword and Key on I have to look at my calendar, not this Sunday, the 28th, but we return on the 4th with some Brindlewood Bay. Next Thursday, I will be publicly, a casting call will publicly go out for Girls Run These Worlds. I am running a game, 6 episodes of Ballads of Conjurers on that side. If you don't know, Girls Run These Worlds is a TTRPG space that puts women and women adjacent people sort of in the forefront of the storytelling, and so I will be telling as a woman adjacent, and we'll be telling a story, some dramatic JRPG bullshit. So if you were interested in that, kind of pay attention to the Twitter mostly to get some info on that. It'll be internally on Wednesday, so if you're already in Girls Run This World, that's when that casting call will go up on those things, but externally on Thursday. And they also center people who are not American, so if you're like they tried to be very European friendly, so there's that. Yeah, I'm very excited to do that. And then what else do I have going on? In July, and I'm just reminding everyone, in July, I will start looking for storytellers for my Extra Life. My Extra Life games. I am doing it in September this year, not November, because I would like to do it before my wedding, not anywhere near it, sort of thing. So I will be looking for storytellers starting in July, which is not that far away. It's like a month away. But yeah, that is what I believe I have going on. Like, I think that's it. Like, it's a lot, but not a lot. I don't know. Anyway, okay, go ahead, friend.
Hi, I'm Kay Phoenix. I play Ophelia Von Canal, or Mortale Tassi Mage. This is currently my only game, but I finished grad school. Woo! I graduated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be doing a little bit more. We'll see.
And I am Gambit, and you can find me on this game next week. And on the internet, I am on Twitter at it's at @the_Gambit.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan, or Alyssa Vamp Art on the internet. You can find me on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram as Alyssa Vamp Art. I'm more active on Twitter and on TikTok than Instagram. And you can find me here next week. You can also find me Sundays over at the Head Goblin, GMing Pathfinder 2e game. And you can probably find me in a bunch of other places, just randomly appearing in tabletops everywhere. I'm just like that gremlin in the background. But that's it.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma Hummalou on the internet, and I only play here. So you can see me here for the next few Saturdays, and I usually play in and or run games for Val's Extra Life as well. So I imagine you will see me then too.
Oh.
Last time I ran a Dragon Age one shot.
That is true. So this is what's going to happen. Hopefully it will let us do it. Yeah, come on. All right. We are officially going to raid the Green Ronin publishing Twitch. It seems they're playing their Mutants and Masterminds game, which is their superhero game. So we're gonna be saying hello to them over there. We're already on Green Ronin's radar. They know we exist. But it'd be nice to kind of extend some goodness. I figured being they publish Dragon Age, it is appropriate. So with that, friends, we will see you next week. And bye.
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 Let's get the fuck out of here. Bye.